because at Herons we have so many big yews taken from our hedge. So this is another big beast. And behind that jungle is hiding Kevin. So Kevin has selected this powerful root base. Say something, Kevin, about this tree. What is nice about it?
Yeah, we did this one,
Yes.
and we put some energy into it. Yeah, this one's completely different. Yeah, it's very unusual. Yeah, to get a yew that's absolutely straight like this. You know. So what we're going to do is make a formal upright with this tree. You know. But obviously, yeah, also what I noticed, was most of the root is on the back of this, so I know, that we can create a shari, all the way up the front of this tree, to make it more dynamic.
So you mentioned the roots at the back.
Yeah.
What is significant about that? So it'll supply the energy.
It supplies the energy from the back, so I know I can go in here and make.
You won't affect it too much.
It won't affect it too much. I can make a shari all the way from there, even undercutting, in this part, no problem to make a formal upright with this tree,
So you're clearing the front?
I'm clearing the front now, just to see what I'm going to need and what I'm not going to need.
Good. Okay. So this tree is at least 4 foot high.
That make you think of that. But I think this is going to be the apex, This one in here, that's going upright, and then I'll make it this short. So it is actually a bonsai tree. It's under the meter.
You wouldn't consider this one because this is potential taper, or aren't you
bothered?
bothered?
No, the thing with this, it's not formal enough.
Oh.
It's just sticking out. We wouldn't be able to get that formal, And the other thing, I have to finish this tree off, with a taper, a cut in here,
So want it go straight as possible.
Yeah. So this one's ideal, You know yourself, Pete.
Yes.
In a year's time, that'll be like that, So.
Okay.
Creation by detraction. As I've come to the bottom, I've splayed this out, What that does is it reinforces, the buttress on the tree, you know what I mean? The visual.
Emphasises the flare.
Emphasises the flare, exactly, See, I'm doing the same thing, cutting that rebate behind there to make it darker.
Why do you prefer to go that deep, Kevin? Isn't it sufficient just to do it very shallow?
No, because if you go too shallow, the light bounces off very quickly. Yeah, you know what I mean. If you go deeper, yeah, it gets darker.
I see.
So that's what I'm doing is
Okay.
creating that sense of mystery. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
So you know, a few years back, yeah, I went to California here to do a demonstration in Sacramento, yeah, for the Golden Gate Club. And me and my friend Gil, yeah, visited the Dawn Redwood.
Giant sequoias.
Yeah, not the giant sequoias, the redwoods.
Okay, yeah.
On the coast.
Yeah.
Just up in the mountains there, and you know, it's through studying those here, you know what I mean, that I started to go really deep here with my carving, yeah, because you get these dark areas at the bottom of the tree where they've rotted off, and you know, you just want to walk in there. You know, I think when you come up to a bonsai tree, right, yeah, you should want to, you know, in your mind, yeah, actually stroll up to the tree, yeah, you know.
So before we continue carving, for the sake of some of our viewers who are new to carving, because a lot of our viewers are not that sophisticated, can you just say, if you are making a formal upright tree, there was no need to carve it. So why would one carve the tree?
Well, it's just because if we just kept it as it was, yeah, you know, it might be quite boring, yeah. It'll look like a Christmas tree, you know what I mean? So what we have to do is get some sort of nature in there, you know, some sort of time, you know. So that's
It's
what we're
creating
doing,
the aged look,
We're just creating an aged look, basically.
but
yeah,
also to
you know?
create the drama, isn't it?
And the drama, you know, because you know, you see these trees that have struggled through the centuries, you know what I mean, but are still healthy, and you know, and you know, you get some sort of empathy with the tree when you're looking at it.
Because we're going to go to visit two trees which are supposed to be 4,500 years old, new trees.
Well,
We will
I
see
mean,
it.
you do get this empathetic feeling, yeah, for those trees, yeah, where they've struggled, yeah, you know what I mean, but they're still really healthy, you know. You know, in our lifetime, you know, we're just a blimp in their lifetime, yeah. It's so that's what we're trying to do, is just create the age on this tree, yeah.
So it's creating age and drama.
Yes, absolutely.
So let me just show you the progression of some of the trees. This is another tall yew which we're in the middle of doing, but the one that we started doing in the morning, and I would say this would be like about 3.5 hours work, really. About 2.5 for carving, and then Richard has been wiring for the last hour and a bit, and now Kevin is just tweaking some of the branches. So we've reduced the height by half. Wouldn't you say, Kev, that we reduced
about half?
About
yeah,
half.
To get the power into the trunk, like you said earlier. Yeah.
So let's talk something about the design, Kev, because many people who attempt to do bonsai, I think their biggest problem is visualizing the end result. What makes the difference between a good tree and a bad tree, or a bonsai and a non-bonsai, is having the vision to see the end result. And that's the difficult thing. Is that something that can be taught, or?
Well, it's almost like I was saying, there's a procedure to go through, yeah, with my particular way of doing bonsai. What I would say here is get the story correct. You know where the tree is growing, know what the elements were on the tree. You know, show the wind, show the snow, you know, all of those things, yeah, you know what I mean?
But you got to imagine those scenarios depending on what the tree dictates or speaks to. You can't force a tree to do something
no,
what
absolutely
it can't do,
no.
isn't it?
No, you can't.
So, well, the tree would dictate it. That would say something to you.
Yeah, the minute I saw this
Yeah.
part of the tree
Yeah.
and thought, well, that looks like there's been a 50-knot wind on that damn thing,
okay.
yeah, you know.
All right.
So that's what we're doing, yeah. It started with this, yeah,
Okay.
and then everything was built off of this one feature.
Yeah.
you know.
So there is a what we call focal point to the tree.
Yeah.
And the focal point is down there, is
Absolutely, yeah.
it? All right.
And then, you know, obviously, yeah, we went out today and looked at those
Those
amazing
big
yew trees, yeah. And you can see, yeah, the reason we get so worked up here is they're usually hollow in the bottom, yeah, when they're that age. So
this has got a lot more hollowing to do.
yeah,
Okay, I think I'll show you that Japanese yew which has got a hollow. That is a bit reminiscent of that Tanridge yew or the Crowhurst yew. Okay, we'll video this again.
what a thing that was, yeah.
Yeah. So today is the 7th of December, and we are privileged to have here at Herons Kevin Wilson and Richard, who's not around, but he is around. Kevin is a very good wirer, so he helps with the wiring and other, detailed work. So this is yew number 2. As you can see, they're pretty hefty beasts, and this is the one Kevin wants to make a formal upright, which is his forte. So we've already, what have we done? Just thin some of the branches, open the front up.
What we've done here is this bottom part is actually quite important, yeah. So what we've done, yeah, if you can see, yeah, we've gone in, we've hollowed it out, we've splayed the bottom, yeah, to actually give it more power, yeah. Now,
Looking wider.
yeah, make it wider, make it look like it's more, solid in the ground, yeah. And we won't go right the way through, yeah. You know, a lot of people when they're doing the sabamiki, yeah, they go in all the way up the tree, yeah. It starts to look a bit false then, yeah. So what I tend to do is open it up at the bottom and open it up at the top, yeah. It looks a lot more natural, yeah. So what we're doing today, we're getting rid of this.
Yeah.
I'm going to obviously carve this and make it more naturalised in here. And then we'll
And
start.
design-wise, I noticed by putting this thing here, the eye is attracted to this, so it gives it a more emphasized line, as
Absolutely,
it were.
yes.
So you see the tree more. Whereas if it's just a plain tree, it is a nothing tree. The eye doesn't get attracted to anything.
No.
So this again is the focal point of the tree.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah.
so tell us what you're going to do next. You're going to take.
Well,
some
what we're
of the
going to
top
do
off?
here is obviously I'm not going to spend hours carving
No.
this, yeah. So one of the boys is going to cut this off here, and then I'm going to refine this area in here.
Okay.
And we're going to do the same thing as we did with the other tree, yeah. We're going to start with the smaller branches because then we've got total
Yes.
control
Yeah.
over the taperage here
Yes.
in the future, yeah. So what we'll do is wire it all down, show the snow.
Okay.
It'll be something like you see in
Okay.
Vancouver Island or something
Yeah,
like
good.
that, yeah, at the end. And then we'll let everything grow for a year and then do the same
Yeah.
procedure again, yeah, so we get good taperage. Yeah,
So most of these branches were this current year's branches. I keep cutting off all the thick branches, so these are just this year's branches. So next year, the ones we
So
keep.
next year I would say,
At least
most
that,
most of the
yeah.
branches will be that thick, yeah.
Pencil tape.
That's right, and that's what we want really.
Okay, great.
Certain heights for the power, yeah.
Okay, just
Well,
follow
it wasn't
that
much
cut
there,
there.
was it? Yeah. I've sort of done it, yeah, but there you go.
You've done the hard work for me, mate.
All right, that's it.
Lovely, yeah.
Timber.
Timber.
Okay. Now it's about 70 to 80 centimeter tall. But the way you would work, I think a lot of us also work like that, is that we have two approaches. Some people have a very fixed approach. They visualize a tree, they stick rigidly to that idea and they pursue it come hell or high water,
Yes.
isn't it? But very often the tree dictates itself. You may have to change tack, go with the flow.
It's organic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? As you work here, something will arise and you'll go, oh, I have to go this
Okay.
way, yeah, you know? So, yeah, if you're set in stone when you're doing bonsai,
Okay.
you're going to make mistakes here, you know what I mean? You can't
Okay.
subjugate what you're doing.
Okay, fine.
You have to go with the flow.
Great.
That's for sure.
So here we are putting the finishing touches to this tree. So if you can say something about the future direction, Kev?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully, yeah, next year I'll be here
Yes.
again, and we'll work on this tree again, yeah?
Let them grow.
Yeah, I mean, this whole thing's got to grow, yeah? Obviously, the top, we'll just let it go, and that'll be about this thick, yeah? You know, next time, and...
So we'll keep it in the flower pot. I will keep it in the flower pot. We
yeah,
won't bother to take
yeah,
it.
no, absolutely, let it grow in there. And, you know, the thing is, it's got to grow into itself now, you know, so, and you notice this little thing I've left, yeah, you know, it's a little accent branch, yeah, and I'll make a tiny little formal tree, out of that one at the bottom, yeah, you know, sometimes, a little bit of interest like that can help, you know. But it's got to grow into itself, yeah.
Now,
basically.
talking of growing techniques, you know, a lot of people, when they demonstrate, they like to put it in a big bonsai pot or a small bonsai pot.
Yeah.
That is a recipe for disaster, isn't
Absolutely,
it?
absolutely. It's one of the main mistakes that people make, is the minute they get a tree, they get overexcited, and they want to put it in the finished pot. And I mean, at home, when I'm growing maples or pines, I make a big wooden box, and I let the tree have root run, and you know, you get to the end result much quicker if you do it that way.
So we'll keep these in these flower pots. They're big enough. Let them grow maybe a year at least.
Yeah.
I'm sure I can manage that.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And and then I'll come back next year and I'll do the secondary wiring on this year, and I think you'll be amazed at the difference. At the moment, you know, it's obviously got to grow into itself, but in a year's time, it'll be fuller, that'll be fatter, and the whole thing will look a lot more formal. So there you go.
So we've done about almost 4 trees. So we've done that one, we've done this one, and this one, which this is only the back view. This is the Japanese U, back view of a Japanese U. And so some nice carving there. So that is almost there. Or were you going to tweak that or something?
And,
no.
Yeah, this one's this is the 5-year prediction of this particular tree.
Okay. And then we've been tweaking the gins on this. So thank you very much, Kev and Richard. I hope you've enjoyed your time here, and no doubt we'll see each other quite a lot in the coming year.
Yep, absolutely.
We're going to have courses here.
Yep.
Excellent.
Fantastic.